Hello everybody and welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Arena video. I've got an exciting one for you today because it's something that I haven't seen anyone else playing, and what I have called this deck gives you some indication as to why we're playing it. So this deck is called Bye Bye Meathook. Basically, Meathook Massacre is basically not played since they nerfed it in Alchemy, and I hadn't really twigged this until recently and have decided to make a deck that I wanted to make before, but it was just basically not worth playing due to Meathook and other sweepers. And Meathook was the main sweeper that was causing me grief, and there's now really not that many sweeper related decks. There's so many combo things, so many life gain things, etc., that people aren't playing sweepers, which leads Jetmir, Nexus of Revels, to be decent again. I mean, this basically relies on you having lots of creatures to win the game, and that is what I've built this deck around. So a couple of sort of interesting interactions through this deck which I'll run through. So I might as well start at the bottom of the curve and work my way up. So we're running 5 1-drops. The reason being is this is a creature focused deck. I want to be playing creatures out. These two both have their uses in the deck. I'm tempted to put 4 pups and 1 initiate, but at the moment I'm going to keep an more even split. Initiate is nice to still remove Revels if we ever do see it, to remove Cosmos Elixirs or the key to the archives, occasionally can be nice. And to train it and have a bit more beatdown damage can be useful. The pup, it seems to be a little bit more useful in general because we want to get our creatures out of Molten Impact range. That is basically the goal with this deck, and being able to put an extra 1/1 on them, on our creatures, which are already quite chunky as you'll see in a minute, is helpful. I am then running 5, 6, 10 2-drops. The main one for the deck really is Ropeline Attendant. So for those who don't know what this is, it's a 2/2 cat citizen, it's white and green, and when it enters the battlefield, creature cards in your hand perpetually gain. When this creature enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white citizen creature token. So I'm not doing anything like cheesing this of blinking it or bouncing it back to my hand to make use of perpetual. It is just to make it so that all of our creatures after we play this give us 2 creatures, so that we can hit those sort of thresholds of 3, 6 and 9 creatures with Jetmir. Also, this pairs incredibly well with one of our 3-drops, which is the Back Alley Gardener. This is a red, a green and a white for a 3/4 elf druid, which has Alliance, so whenever one or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control, seek a land card. Then put this onto the battlefield tapped. This only triggers once a turn. So when we play Ropeline Attendant, we can give Back Alley Gardener the perpetual ability to bring in a 1/1 citizen. So when we play Gardener on turn 3, it brings its own creature in with it, which seeks us a land and ramps us. So this is quite a nice combination to ramp, getting us to some of our bigger creatures. I'm running 1 Racketeer Boss. It's a 3/2 body that can ramp me a little bit as well if this combo isn't coming off. I'm running 3 Clements because this is proving, I think, quite a powerful card in Alchemy. Being able to give all the other creatures a buff, as I said, it's helping them get out of that Molten Impact range, and it gives us some flexible options later with how we want to specialise it. The main ones obviously that we have access to being red, don't use this very often. Green-white makes it a 4/4 that creates a 4/4 when it leaves, so it gives us a bit of sweeper resistance. White gives us lifelink. So yeah, there's a couple of options there. Jaheira, Harper, Emissary. So this is a 2/3, which if obviously we play on top of a pup is a 3/4. If we play after Klement, it could be even bigger. Which has hexproof from artifacts and enchantments, doesn't come off too much. I mean, if you play against enchantment decks, it means they can't exile it with an enchantment before you can then remove it. So it can be nice in that sense. This basically gives us enchantment removal against either green-white enchantment decks or Cabaretti Revels decks, but can also buff our creatures with the white version of it, which I quite like. Put a 1/1 counter on 2 creatures if it specialises, or it can create a boon that gives haste and 1/0. So it's got some pretty nice specialisations for 2. Or there's the opportunity to gain 4 life back and destroy an artifact or enchantment. So it's pretty decent. We've got Ambergris, the Citadel Agent. So this is it's the new card that I built them on a red deck around. Basically, we need some way of refueling with this deck because we can put all of our creatures down quite quickly. So being able to discard our hand and draw 2 cards if we've got 1 or 2 or 0 cards in our hand is really nice. 2 Ulder Ravengard Marshal. So this is a way of also refueling us. So when it enters the battlefield, it basically gives something double team, and when it attacks, it basically gives something double team. So You can conjure duplicates of Ropeline Attendant is our best target, or Tenacious Pup, as they are non-legendary, into our hand. But also, conjuring these, because they can specialise, is pretty nice too. Conjuring Back Alley Gardeners is nice, and conjuring Inquisitor Captains is especially nice. So, pretty decent card in this deck for putting things out. 4 Skyclave Apparitions are our only real removal in the deck. The reason I've only gone with 4 instead of running like a couple of Brutal Cathars as well, which I considered, is that we need the other slots in the deck really, and also because we're running 4 Inquisitor Captains, we have the option to pull these out relatively flexibly. Obviously, because we're running so many creatures, we don't reliably hit this, but we hit it like, I don't know, 40% of the time or so, so it's pretty decent. And then we're running 3 Jetmir as our finisher. I then have a top end of 2 Arming Galas. I haven't really seen this card played a lot, and this is kind of the difference or the linchpin in the deck. At the beginning of your end step, creatures you control and creature cards in your hand, library and graveyard get +1/+1, and it's a 5 costing enchantment. So all our creatures on the battlefield are getting bigger, and everything in our deck gets bigger, which is kind of important because when we play Inquisitor Captain, the thing that we pull out will automatically be bigger. When we're giving things double strike and trample with Jetmir, they can be growing and be getting bigger. So it gives us that kind of end game to go over the top of other creature-based decks if we end up in a standstill, which does happen with this kind of deck. And it also means that when we're top decking our initiates and pups later on, they're useful because they can be 4/5s, 5/6s, whatever. So they can actually be decent, useful creatures. So it gives us a way of keeping these things all relevant later on, which we need for Jetmir. So that is the deck. It's basically an anti-Meathook deck that I've had quite a lot of success with. Not anti-Meathook, a deck that is now relevant due to the lack of Meathook. And I just think it's pretty well positioned in the meta at the moment. So I'm going to test it a little bit. I think being able to spit out lots of blockers with Ropeline Attendant against red should be nice. And sort of being able to outscale other creature decks, or with Jetmir and Arming Gala is basically the goal. So let's see how we get on. Okay, time to see if my theory holds true. Yeah, okay. Not the perfect hand, but that's pretty nice. But we don't like seeing that on turn 1. Although this, yeah, I mean, we're good against red, right? There should be so many blockers in our army. Obviously they'll always remove the first few. Gotta get these numbers down. Best way to do it is with extra ones. So we can then Ropeline and Pup maybe. Then we'll have tons of creatures. In the meantime, I don't mind double blocking. As in blocking both. Thank God this has got 4 toughness, so. Oh, I can't do this and this. We've only got 1 green. Can't even do this and this. Only got 1 white. Might have to just be a captain. Now we've got another white. Yeah, I'll use an apparition. Take out one of these. No attack. We'll outscale this, so no need to go swinging. In case they can do any removing. I take any more damage than I have to. Or play a Raiju or something. Yeah. That was a good idea. I would have done that last time. Still not looking great. can't get through the tokens, can they? That was nice. Good start. And again, Ryan L. Pretty even matchup. Oh, you can't now see the rank at the start. Oh well. 8-1-3. Yeah, this is pretty decent. Put this down. No, we can't put that down. Oh, we can put it on. No, this one. Sorry, brain not working. Get the attendant in. Ideally, we'd play the boss next, but we can't, so let's hope we draw a creature. Good old Esper. I expect nothing less. At least we've not got loads of monocolour. What does this ridiculous pet thing do? Pretty much nothing. No, if you threw it at the other person's pet, I might be able to say it's worth it. Right. This can be on red. Yep. We obviously want to play this before the pup, as I don't really want the initiate buff. Okay. And I suppose for that reason, I'd much rather have a pup in this particular matchup. Move myself up a little bit. Cover up this pointless pet. Diviner. Yep, there's always a diviner. Ooh, threw away a diviner. That's interesting. So I suppose we do Klement then boss, even though it costs us a treasure. We don't need the treasures really. I'd rather the boss was bigger. Then obviously we don't attack. Okay, we're up to 6 creatures. This takes us to 8. I just need a 1-drop and we could actually get to 9 because this gives me a treasure. Not that I'm expecting that, as we don't have that many in the deck. But 8 will be enough to be effective. Ooh. I kind of want to keep that so I can specialise Klement. But they have got 2, so I don't really want to burn my Jetmir into a counter. Curious. But then if I try specialising Klement, they could just kill it. You know what, that's probably okay. Nice. Now if this even leaves the battlefield, we get a 4/4 in its place. We've got two spear creatures over the 6, so I think we're okay to attack. There's quite a lot of damage heading their way, half their life. Yeah, the fact that they're wanting to kill the Klement implies there's some kind of board wipe coming, because otherwise, why would they just block 1 damage? You know, just because there's a replacement under it, maybe. So they've taken a Klement. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, we could use a 1-drop. No. Okay, but it's on red. Try casting this. We just swing team. It's all got trample, right? They've obviously got a couple of good blocks, but then they die, so they haven't really got good blocks. They could kill Jetmir, causing all my blocks to be bad, but they aren't doing, which is nice. So we've got 9, 12, 15, 19 damage incoming. They can only block 8. Yeah, we win. They've just managed to count there too. Nice, lovely. We can actually beat Esper as well. That's what I was hoping, but nice to see it in practice. Okay, go again against Bob. 4, 6, 4. This could be good, could be bad. I mean, we've got our rope line, but we can't play it on turn 2. But we need another land anyway to make this good, so let's hope. Good one, Squee. You tell him. What the hell? I realise you can't see my pet now because it's behind me, but kicking off doing some nonsense. Come on, Bob. There's our untapped land, that's nice. So we stick that on green for the rope line, and then we're good to go. I want to give this a little whirl. There we go, that could be better. Now if I do this, you still can't read it. There we go. Right. Anyway, stop messing about. Werewolf pack leader. So probably werewolf. Oh no, humans. Okay, humans deck. So it could be Naya humans, which we happen to be playing Naya. Shuffle is fine. Nope. 3/3s. Okay, couple of vocal initiates. I guess I should play this and this then. Play this first, because do we want this? Actually, I guess we could use it to make the Jaheira big enough to block the pack leader. It's a pretty decent defensive outlay. Straight into Inquisitor Captain. Just need something to remove the... well, let's see if Alana and Alina or Sagada's coming. Yeah, they've got their red in the courtyard, so they could play either. Obviously, if they have another land. Okay, just a captain. Guess they could have a Cathar under there for the Jaheira. But we can double block the pack leader. Apparition in a human's deck. Interesting one, but it does mean they can level up both initiates. Well, train them, I should say. Down to 2 cards though. Ah, they didn't bother. Sensible. Double apparition. We'll remove the pack leader now. Don't want them drawing any cards. And then the Arming Gala could be the thing that gets us through this. You know, it could be a bit of a standoff. It's feeling that way, isn't it? We can trade captains for captains and initiates for some tokens, but I don't really want to trade. Maybe Helena and Alina would be good in here with the Arming Galas, I don't know. Probably not, because the captains, I can only have so much. Definitely not better than the captain. What are you Catharing? that. Okay. Get a 2/2 back. Any attacks? Nope. Okay, that's nice. I can get myself another captain. Could force the trade anyway. Or not. They don't have to trade. But you don't want to be the one not not attacking if you're not willing to block with your Inquisitor Captain. So we've got 2 creatures in exile already. I think it's up to 4 we can have before the captains stop working. Maybe 5. 4 on the battlefield. 2. We're going to actually be pretty close. How many creatures are we running? I can't remember. Probably should remember that number. I'm going to be playing the Gala next anyway, because that will really start to swing things. I don't think we'll be attacking. You can make one of your creatures bigger. We'll make all of our creatures bigger. Scry, don't need another land. No attacks. Sweet. Looking pretty nasty now. They're going to struggle to get ahead of us with this in play. Wonder if they're running their own. I haven't ever seen it before on the other team. Ooh, that's quite brutal. Could tap down both these, but they're still not getting in for that good of an attack. I suppose you can tap down the rope line as well, but even then, because of this, still, yeah, I guess they can get in with the captain. I probably wouldn't block that. I would block the initiates because we can double block for a trade. Or block one of them at least, double block. And the other one could just be blocked with pup. Gets them in for 4, but they lose an initiate. Oh, or we just block that as well. Okay. Get in for 6. The more creatures I can keep alive, the better with Arming Gala. Put the 1/1 on the captain to try and keep the creature here. So we can play captain, play apparition, which comes in big as well. Get rid of that, get our other apparition, get rid of their 5/5. I suppose we'll attack with... nice, we out-Naiad humans. Let's keep going. Bakaoka. Less helpful starting hand, but at least we've got some cheap stuff plus Ambergris against number 142 there. So we're probably playing against Esper, if I had to guess. Someone climbing that high at the moment. Prove me wrong. Jund. Okay then. Start with this, then this, then this. So Jund combo maybe? Yeah. Duress doesn't hit anything. But they now know what we're doing. And we'll keep that because we don't need to play that. Okay. I'd rather get that out of the way with. Can force me to ditch my Ambergris. It's slightly painful. I think we'll just be cycling the garden this turn. Some kind of weird Jund control. Okay, we can Attendant and then Gardener next turn, so... Put this in on... Do we need white even though we've got this? Yeah. Could be helpful. Entirely sure what kind of deck the opponent's playing, but they've obviously struggled a little bit with that, as we have. Green, scry. Nice. Take a captain. I think I'll put this in. Not seeing many creatures coming through, and if we do, we've always got this. Revels. That is nice for the apparition to take out. So it is a combo deck, but just a slightly different version. Nice interaction there that this puts it in tapped and you can untap them anyway with the Crossroads. Take a Jaheira since that we know they're playing Revels. So we got 5, so yeah, nice. Managed to defeat 1/4/2. I mean, they got a bit screwed, but I mean, just removal and discard doesn't work against this. We didn't even start with a grey hand. That was a pretty nice game. Okay, Shisha 173. I don't think that is keepable, sadly. That is better. Throw away 1 pup. So we can pup into Attendant and then hope to get a red, I suppose. We'll still go Attendant, at least we can always Klement now. Nothing for turn 1 from snow-covered mountain player. Okay, Rakdos Snow, Rakdos Anvil. Whew. Gonna be a lot of 1/1s coming around as long as we get the lands. Quite nice to be able to get the Marshal down and get another Attendant. Just for jokes. We'll see what they got this turn. Hopefully for them some removal, because this is going to get painful quickly, especially with the trampling 3/3. It's actually surprisingly useful in this type of matchup. Sacrifice the anvil already, so you know you're getting desperate. I wonder why though. Maybe they... I don't know. Outcasts? Well, they're not getting through. Alright, we can chuck Klement in. I mean, if nothing else, we can discard the other Klement next turn. We've got plenty of creatures down, we just need the... why not? I don't think they're going to get through 4 blockers. Pretty cool sleeves. Sweet, yeah. Down to 12 though. Just get me some more land, please, deck. I know there's some in there somewhere. I put them in there myself. Some more outcasts. See this ropeline attendant is just so nice against outcasts. 3 they've drawn. This would be absolute crushing, but because we can always block bomb with these 1/1s, it's just not bothering me. It does potentially stop me attacking a little bit, but maybe they got the option to sack those outcasts. Yeah. It's okay, I don't mind keeping my creatures there. Jaheira. Probably discard the Klement with this one. Not that we're short of life, but to have a 3/3 lifelink. Don't think they're going to want to double block 2 outcasts that haven't attacked yet. They are up to a ton of mana, so they could be a... yeah. I would say they're going to double attack and then maybe Blood on the Snow. So, I mean, we'd be blocking anyway, obviously. Maybe. Down the house. Similar consequence. Seriously? Really? I only played 2 rounds out of 11 cards. Interestingly, they didn't play their outcasts with the treasures. They use it to trigger Valet. Okay. That's interesting. Gonna get quite a big hit. 8-16. And then they could potentially play 1 more creature for 2, 32, and we could be dead. Oh shit, 10, 20, sorry. 11, 22. Good game. Yeah. I mean, we just got comboed out due to lack of land there, I would say. Never mind. Oh, let's see how many places that cost us. This land screwing. 4892 594. Okay, not too bad. Let's keep going. Right, next game. This is probably not good enough to play. Just a bit expensive. What? Did I actually press? Did I just? I'm gonna have to watch that back. Was this? I guess I'll keep this time. I don't want to risk it again. What just happened there, though? That was absolute madness. I'm gonna have to play procedure out. I just literally get the same hand twice. Very nearly. Very, very nearly. I'm glad that I was actually recording. I was recording, right? Yeah. Green, white. Gala Greeters. I would like to remove those Gala Greeters. Well, at least I can put my Jetmir down. Give my creatures vigilance. Probably just green white life gain then if they're running Innkeeper and Greeters. Thanks. Wait till you see my next trick. Although, let's see if we need the Aganjo. I might need the Aganjo. They can probably gain another life, yeah. So we'll hold the Aganjo. Taken. Like a champ. Then Arming Gala it is. So we need to put 3 more creatures in, which sadly we won't be able to do. Well, unless we draw a rope line attendant, then this could be 2 creatures. One to the bottom. One to top. Have you got another creature? Probably with 3 mana. Scute Swarm. Get this for a combo. That's not brilliant. Come on. Last time I got no lands, this time I'm getting all of them. So if we attack, we force a blocker, they'll just block Jetmir, I suppose. Yeah, we don't want to attack this time. Our creatures are growing as well, so they're just gaining life back. And they're going to start having infinite blockers. If they would please attack with Trelasara and give me a chance. I would like an Inquisitor Captain. Lots of scries. It's pretty nice, I suppose. Still to the bottom though. And to the bottom again. More land? I'm even putting some on the bottom. I might need that, sadly, to get rid of the elixir. And also, just any creatures are good creatures, I suppose. Going down in creatures. God, I can't lose this fucking deck, can I? You probably can. Back up to 17, we hit them with 3, don't we? I mean, the problem is they're going to get 1,000 Scute Swarms soon. I need an Ambergris. Or that. 7/7 Inquisitor Captain. Neither of these is any better than the other, right? Got no creatures in hand. No. So, we need to find 3 more creatures before we die. Otherwise we're going to end up blocking with all our creatures just to stop Trelasara beating us up. Another Inquisitor Captain would be nice, but an Apparition is what we really want to take out Trelasara. I guess we could ditch this to upgrade Jaheira. Kill off the elixir. Because this is a bit of a grindy race at the moment. Just check we don't have a win here. So we've got 22, 26, 28, 34 defense. We've got 16, 29, 40, 51, 61. What did I say was over here? 34, 61 minus 34, 20, 27. So we potentially win. So this would block this. 22, 26, 28, 34, 16, 29, 40, 51, 61. 61. This is 34 plus this. 60. Unless I've really balled something out. I guess they could have an instant, but I just don't think so in that kind of life gain deck. Didn't even consider it because my brain just ruled it out, which is a bit silly. This could be a massive blowout, throwing away our Jetmir. Probably missed lethal before, but I don't know. My creatures have been scaling actually, and I'm only just killing them now, I think, so. Might just even block with everything. Let them try. I would have liked to see them try blocking with everything. Never mind. At least we won. Didn't gain very many places back for that one. Okay. Let's try again. Next game. Urges. 555 at the moment. If only we had a 2-drop. Don't think we can keep that. If only we had a 2-drop, but I can't not keep this. So this can go on white and find me a 2-drop. No. That's not a 2-drop. Come on, game. Don't fuck with me. Sigh. Might as well put this on green. No, I don't need the second copy of that either. I don't feel like I've been that lucky in my draws, but maybe I'm just feeling sorry for myself. I'll play this, we'll try and play it even though we've got nothing to target with it. It's very unusual not to have a 1 or 2 drop. Since I am running 4, 5, 7, 10, 15 of them. But they make it disappear anyway. See if we can resolve an Inquisitor Captain. Probably not. So they want to counter that. But I don't care about this. Those. Come on. Ropeline Attendants, Racketeer Boss, even a Klement I would take. Maybe a Tasha. Ooh. We need the Artifact Destroyer then, don't we? Couple of Jaheiras in here. Well, now the Skyclave Apparition could be nice. Whilst they're tapped out, we will get this in there. Something for them to have to deal with. Just does seem pretty vicious if they can't deal with this immediately. The things that we top deck are like huge. Ouch. They didn't play a land last turn, so hopefully they're struggling for land. We'll hold that for Klement. Tasha isn't too much concern, so we've got 13 on board. So so we're hitting for 10.
Beware. I know some sickening magic.
GG. That got me a little bit scared, the whole Cathar losses, but another 40 places back. Let's keep going. Next game. Maybe it's play till lose time. I don't know what minute in the video this is going to be, but probably about the right time for play till lose. Let's keep. Would like a Rope Blind Attendant to go with my back alley gardener, but beggars can't be choosers, and I am definitely a beggar in terms of how we've drawn with this deck so far today. We'll need that, I think. So obviously we'll Klement first, 3 creatures to buff, which I'd say is the minimum that makes this decent. Probably white and green. Red is our least used colour. Yeah, we have a white, but we can use that to specialise as it's a plains, so we'll keep it in our hand. So we are against a Naya life game probably. What else would it be with this thing? I like dropping this as a 4/5 though. That's pretty tough to remove. Well, at least we've got the Arming Gala. We've proven that sort of scales us against those decks. So we might need to use this for our captain, but that's okay. I mean, we want to get to the Gala, so. Have they got removal for the gardener? They might do. Revels gives me a choice. Okay, nice, we've got this now. So if we do hit a Skyclave Apparition, which I think we probably will, given we've got lots of our other 2 drops. No, but we've got an emissary. We've not found anything to remove the Blessed, but we can remove the Revels next turn. Specialise this. Yikes. That's pretty painful. Especially if they get a Valkyrie out of it. If this gives them a Voice of the Blessed, I think we might be dead. Oh man. Up to 23. That's just so brutal. So we have a Jaheira, but obviously the main issue now isn't even the Revels. I need an apparition. Can't even attack. So we're taking at least 9, probably a ton more in the air. If they get to that 27, we are dead. That's it. That is the 27. GG. Yeah, don't need to see all the life gain triggers go on. Well, play to lose, and we lost. Life gain, just didn't. We need to find the removal. If we'd have got off the Inquisitor Captain, got a Skyclave, could have been different, but it's always going to be tight against that because we're running slightly low amounts of removal if we don't get them at the right time, so we're going to struggle. Okay, let's have a little look at the stats of this deck. So, I've now played, 28 matches with this deck, and we're looking at a 75% win rate, so all of that's in Mythic. So you can see this has been a pretty decent climber for me. I was back out of the numbers when I came back from my break. Look at this drop over the break, and I've got all the way back up to where I was before with this, so 21 and 7, 2.5 hours. 87% on the play and 62% on the draw. It's quite interesting. So if you look, yeah, as expected, we're kind of crushing mono red because all the little blockers we get off Ropeline and Attendant, our creatures are chunky, they can't kill multiples with Molten Impact, I think is what makes that. Is it? And Selesnya, not a problem. Selesnya, not surprising, because if it's enchantment based or similar, we've got our Jaheiras, we've got the Skyclave Apparitions. So looks like struggling a little bit, although hard to tell against other Naya, so this will be life gain. As I said, that's probably due to the lack of removal. And it could make potentially a better best of 3 deck against that by putting Cathars in, taking out maybe the Marshals, and potentially some of our 2-drops. Doing okay against Jundon and everything else we've got quite small sample sets against. So yeah, I mean, against the things that we're seeing most, we're doing okay against all except this. But that's maybe to be expected, I'm not sure. It'd be interesting to see how I could do in best of 3, and I might try making a best of 3 version after this video since we've done quite well. This is probably the best win rate I've had since the Alchemy rebalance in Mythic. Over enough games anyway. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you did like the video, please do like and subscribe. For those of you who stayed to the end, little bonus video that I recorded yesterday on how to beat mono red. Bye for now. Okay, come on. Let's see how we get on. Colo Tiger. I'm not sure what that is. Right, this is nice. Got a very slow land, but listen to this is basically our perfect opener. 2 and 3 as long as we can play this, so I need an untapped land, of which there are plenty in our deck. I'm sure we're wrong. See? Just gotta be confident. Now we've got 2 of the Gardener. Yep, remove that all you like, and we don't need that anymore. He's done his job. Gardener 1. Be nice to find a Klement now. Get all of this bigger. Okay. I'll attack with the Gardener. It's okay. So, probably use this one. Gets me loads of land. Got 2 blockers. Yeah, can block with one of them. Don't mind that. We've got the land out of it now. Pulling all of our land out. Inquisitor Captain. Yeah, we'll use the Ulder. Grab another Gardener. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This brings us no, that brings us 1. So this is 2 creatures. Yeah, we can block. Don't really care what happens to my creatures now. Nice, that's a good start. Nice to be able to beat mono red, as that is, I think, 30% of the meta, and we go onwards and upwards.